Good freaking morning. It's trap time. You saw it. I like that actually. It's pretty cool, pretty interesting. That little rocket man going, the choo-choo train going up. Everything's going up. The stock market went up. I like that little cool theme I did yesterday. And that is exactly why I'm going to start off this by saying I thank God because I'm a little bit creative and a little bit of everything, a little bit of good. And I'm just damn good at everything that I do. So you got to wake up feeling confident about what you do, how you do it, or else, I mean, if you don't believe in you and you don't like what you do and you don't feel confident in what you do, well, then who else is going to feel confident for you and who else is going to tell you that you're good? When you're good, baby. That's it. You got to tell yourself you're good, period. Period. All right. Well, don't forget, today, you do need to adjust your charts. Hopefully you already did, because I don't want to be, the only one trading on the new contracts. So yeah, make sure that you are definitely already on the new charts. You do not want to be on ESU. You want to be on ESZ. You can see that on the background. I don't know if you can kind of see that watermark there. I probably should adjust that so that it becomes a little bit brighter, to be honest. I think probably a good idea, because somebody's always going to come here and be like, yeah, like, what am I trading? Is there a way to actually fix this already? So let me fix this. Where's the watermark? I think it's this. Watermark. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Let me adjust that. It doesn't need to be that bright either. All right, that looks better. Like that, we all know what we're trading. We're all good. Let me adjust this. All right, I'm good. So just make sure that you are definitely on the right chart. Remember, we are done trading with the ESU. It is now ESZ for the last time. I hope that that's the last time I got to say it. It's just because I already know that whenever it's rollover day, everybody's kind of wondering when you should switch, or worst case scenario, you're still trading the old one and you don't even realize. So just make sure of that. I'm done talking about it. Let's move it along. Now, next, let's talk about the chart. So if we were at the old price, we would have already crushed the all-time highs because it was 57.21 and a quarter. However, that is not the current all-time high, because obviously when we roll over, there's a gap of like 60 points, I think. So 60 points higher, or 30 points higher, something like that. But let me see, SPX. Well, I mean, SPX all-time high 56.70 right now. I mean, we're not far from it. Let me see what this chart kind of looks like here on the hourly. Let me pull it up for you here. Choo-choo train just went up. Oh, man. ¿Qué pasó? Great. Now this thing's not working. Wait a second. I think I know why. I know why. There we go. That's why. See? We fix problems even live. Okay? Hold on. Was working on this yesterday. Okay. So currently on the contracts, we're not at all-time highs. I was just talking about the previous price on the previous contracts there. We did blow through that high, but of course, this is not a new high on ES. So right now, we're basically sitting right at that level of resistance, which would equal to like that 60, 64 level on the previous contracts. Right now, we're at 57.30. So what difference? I think it's a 60-point spread, if I'm not wrong. 57, let me see, 57.29 is 56. It's a 60-point spread, give or take. Okay, so yeah, basically right now we're trying to break out. We're hitting the top of that level of resistance. This is where we got denied many times. I'm showing you the daily chart. at the bottom here, this would be the equivalent of hitting like 56.60 on the old price. Yes, so 56.60 is 56.64. This is that level of resistance, which you should not be, I guess, wondering how we're here, why we're here, or if we're going to break out of here. The question to all those answers is we're here because of this magical trap. Okay, we got this massive trap to the downside here again. So we got two traps. Basically, at the break of that trap is when you're thinking we're downtrending. Let's not even talk about downtrend. Let's not even waste our time. So we got a magical trap to the downside. Choo-choo train once up. And now we're hitting this level of resistance here. The question is, are we going to break out of this level? And the answer is, I do not know. In fact, and no one knows. I mean, can you tell the future? I don't. I cannot do that. So I got two options here. Either I wait for the breakout completely, of course, and then we wait for the back test, and then I'll be long on the back test looking for the continuation of the move back up. Or simple, we're going to get denied here, at which point I'm going to be patiently waiting for the next level of support to get hit so that I can take a long buy, and then we can basically look for the break of resistance. That's it. That's the plan. It's honestly as simple as that. Like there's two buys, maybe three buys that I can think of at three different locations for me, and I mean that's it. If you want to feel brave and you woke up feeling pissed off, well, you can short the choo-choo train right here. This is a level of very clear and obvious resistance right here, right? I'm not going to tell you how that might end, but, I mean, you can't take your shot there. I would have taken it back in this day here, but definitely not here. But I wouldn't have taken it there either. I don't know. I just wouldn't do it. You're welcome to do whatever you feel like you want to do. This choo-choo train just went up. I don't know if you guys saw the new theme I got going on with the choo-choo train, and it's pretty nice. Look, I give myself some credit for the work I do. So 57.30 is going to be the top level of that resistance there. So I'm going to be watching price closely at 56.30. Of course, you know I'm not going to get long right below that level. I mean, could it work from the 24 to the 30, 34? Probably, but I mean, I don't know. This is not a very clean, very pretty picture either right now. So I'm going to sit tight. I'm going to wait. I'm not in a whole lot of rush to get my accounts grown on the very first candle I'm looking at. So I'm going to just wait. Let me see if there's any numbers that we should be talking about. Or I think the numbers were at 8:30 this morning. We did got more numbers in 6 minutes. And major numbers, they did drop at 8:30 this morning. There were retail sales. So, yeah. Numbers in 6 minutes, numbers in 50 minutes. And if you're not sure where I get my numbers from or how important they are, well, this website breaks it down very nicely for you. It's an investing calendar. You can see all the numbers there for every single day of the week. You can see how many stars they're given. In other words, 3 stars is going to be more volatile of a print. Less stars, less volatile, right? And you can see all those numbers right there from all the countries all around the world. So I do like how they break it down there. It's pretty neat. I need water. Awa. Lastly, let me see here. I didn't even share this. What the hell am I doing here? Like I said, I'm just taking it easy right now. I mean, we're hitting that top level of resistance. I'd rather wait for that resistance to break through, and then I'll take the long after, but not right here, right now. So I can socialize because I know that this is not an area I'm going to engage in. Live. I bet all the bears thought that we were gonna be dumping after that bear flag break 2 weeks ago. They got psyched. They got caught in the bear trap. All right, now that's done. I've shared that. Can't believe I didn't do it before. Look at this move overnight too, though. I'm not gonna lie, it is a little bit annoying, but what can you do? You can see after the contracts rolled over on ES, right? That's that difference, that spread. That this is fine, right? This is the 60-point spread when we roll over, but even look at that overnight. Like, fuck, we just pulled back slightly, and then it was just a dip buy all over again, all over, all over, all over, all over, all over. Boom, 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 boom. Wow, man. Why don't these fucking moves happen during the day like this? I'm a little bit frustrated. I'm not gonna lie, because it's like we're right at the top of level of resistance now. And you know what I think? I'm not gonna short this choo-choo train, but it might be the only play. Ugh. And then it's like we're higher and higher. We keep going higher and higher. What are you gonna do? Buy it, and then it could dump on you. And I'm not talking about a little 2-candle print that prints like 2 points. Like, the higher we go, the higher the risk that we're gonna pull back, which then you end up looking stupid buying, because I mean it just keeps going up, so sooner or later it's gonna have a pullback, right? But then you can't expect for the pullback, because the pullback never comes. So it's kind of like that bittersweet, where it just keeps going up, so it's sweet, but duck, it could have been better with a nice pullback. We're hitting that top level of resistance, so it's like, what can I do here? I just can't really do anything. Look at the daily chart. Overnight, this whole candle was overnight. What the? It was a better overnight move than it was all day yesterday. It's ridiculous. It just kept going up and up and up. Little dips, and rips higher. I swear, during the day, we never get any clean move like this. Like, it's dumb how clean this move is. Look at this. You couldn't lose. You could have hopped in long here, and you would have still made a shitload of money. You could have hopped in long at any point in time. Almost. After we got back above this 94, 96, look at this. Little dip, buy there. You would have never even been taken out for break, ducking even. Even there, it's a joke. Pullback, rip. Pullback, rip. Pullback, and now, of course, the market's about to open, and look at it. It's starting to look like ducking crap. It's a joke. I'm gonna start trading overnight. So just remember, we're at this top level of resistance here. This 30 level, I think you can't really see my lines anymore, but this level here is going to be resistance, so just be careful there. We're right below it. We might pop there, probably just to test liquidity. Maybe get denied there. I have no idea, but I just understand that that is resistance there. How do I know it's resistance, this whole general area? Well, you just got to look at the big time frame. I always keep pulling the big time frame up, because it's very important for you to understand that where I'm getting my levels from, and where I guess you should be getting your levels from is from big time frames, not 2-minute time frames that don't make sense. In the 2-minute, it's just to look for entries, right? Because we can't really spot the traps in a daily candle or in an hourly candle. We can only do so in a maybe 2-minute, which I find is the best, maybe a 1-minute. So perhaps like what I'm thinking is maybe we get a nice little dip. Maybe we hit 30, or maybe we just pull back. And then maybe we test the first level of support, which would be like down here at this O2 level right here. Very simple, very clean technicals. You can see that right there. This would be buying at the top of this area here. Even better if we were to pull back and get a nice little dip. You know what I think? 3 to 5 points flush to the downside. A nice reclaim. And then the long entry being right here. Looking for the move back up to the resistance. Is that going to happen? I don't know. The next thing I'm thinking is we just blow through this resistance if we're very bullish, right? But keep this in mind that this is the riskiest of all the risky trades that I can think of playing today, because that would involve with ES basically rallying through this 34 level and 30 level and then coming back to back test the 30, 34 and then looking for the move continuing back up. That one is not the scenario I want to trade, but unfortunately it could be the only one that the market might give me, right? So I'm telling you all my scenarios so that I guess you know what I'm thinking in my plan. And yeah, like that, you know what levels I'm willing to engage at. We got 57.02 and we have 57.34, 36 area. With of course some acceptance above there. I don't want to just get long just because we're breaking through it, right? You want to see the candle print, close, maybe even go higher, like 5-8 points, and then come back. And we just got to be patient on the backtest entry. I cannot rush into the entry. And that's why that one's called the breakout trade. And I'll be playing the backtest, not the trap, the backtest. And that's the second setup that I like. It's not the most reliable setup oftentimes, but hey, you got to play the market, right? You got to see what the market gives you, and the market's not always going to give you a trap or your, I mean, it's still one of my good setups. I just know and I understand that it's a little bit, it moves differently. Like it can easily trap below a little bit more than 3 to 5 points. It's just different. It would take me an hour and a half to explain to you what I'm looking at and why I think that way. Because on the back test, we're rallying, right? We're going with momentum, with flow, but that flow and momentum creates extra volatility that it causes the market to flush the level up a few extra points than I would like sometimes. Or sometimes I'm in too early where we're accepting the level first, which could mean some chop above that level. And that's what I mean, that it's a lot of different possibilities when we reclaim a resistance. And then, of course, there's the last kind of scenario which happens often that I don't really like to assume will happen, which is we just break right through it. I get long at the 30, and then the fucking thing just keeps on ripping like 30, 35, 40, 35, 45, 40, 48, 42, 50. You know what I mean? Like that flow keeps on going. But that is not what I like to think, because then you're going to get used to this mentality of the market always rallying through levels. And that only happens sometimes, mainly when we have news or some major type of catalyst. Like when we have Daddy Powell speaking, that guy will make exactly what I just said, paint right here. And at that point, it's either you're on or you're left behind. So it's all different scenarios. It all comes down to how the market wants to move today. Right now, we're just chopping here. We're going from here to here. So I'm staying out of that. And remember, if you don't trade today, it's all right. Like, don't feel forced that you need to trade. I find that sometimes even I feel like I'm getting forced into trades because, well, I'm kind of like the new streamer on the block too. It's like, you know, you want to put on some trades, right? But at the end of the day, it's like, I don't really have anything to prove to anybody, and I'm doing this because it's a passion of mine. And then the more I get off track to the way I trade is when I'll actually end up looking stupid, right? I'm not a scalper. I've always said that, and I don't know how to trade the market in terms of the candles from here to here or from here to here. Like, I have no idea. If that's what you kind of into, you just want to get in right away. Unfortunately, I will not be able to kind of even present any valuable idea like that. because I just don't trade like that. It's best that we know our position. Now, I did ask for water, but they kind of forgot about me, I guess. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get it. I'll even leave you with the nice looking side of the check. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave you with this thing. All right. You see that little choo-choo train? The choo-choo train went up. My face went up on the little rocket man. The stock market went up. Everything went up. I need some different music for this. So like I said, I'm just waiting for some type of pullback, some type of something to happen here. I'm just not in love with trading in this area. We'll do the crystal ball indicator in a minute. What I do want to mention is I am almost done creating this, so you guys will be invited shortly. Not yet, but shortly. This is the Discord that at your request. I did have quite a few people mentioning about a Discord, and so I'm gonna be launching this probably soon. I don't know when yet, but I'm working on creating all these things, like making it look better. We got whatever these things here. I'm still working on it. Keep in mind, take it easy. It's not quite done. We got server rules there. We got some bot doing a lot of work for me as well. Some stuff. I got this YouTube thingy connected here. So whenever we are done with this, I'll be sharing it, and you guys will all be welcome to join. And of course, it will be free. We're all there to socialize and grow as traders. That's the main purpose of that Discord, which I'll be launching very soon. Thinking about something here. 2 minutes, we'll do the crystal ball. Trying to see this thing here. Yeah, there's nothing. It's because they're fixing the car on little prick. got to give it back. Got to call him soon. All right, let's do this crystal ball indicator before I forget. I was actually forgetting. All right. So, main question is going to be, are we going to pump? Because the resistance is right there. Are we going to pump at market open? That's the $1 million question right now. Can we break through that resistance? No opinion. All right, crystal ball knows that it hasn't done well recently. It did well okay yesterday, but let's see. Are we going to hold 57.02 level of support? This is in case we don't, okay? So crystal ball is going to tell us if it's going to hold or not. Without a doubt, goddamn crystal ball, that's exactly what I'm thinking too. I think that I'm not trying to predict the pullback, but if it does pull back any way, shape, or form, I want to be a buyer. Okay, so if that's the case, then are we going to break 57.30 resistance level? I'll be honest, I think it might do it tomorrow, not today. Because tomorrow's with the big numbers, right? Without a doubt. Goddamn crystal ball, I like you today. I like you. That aligns exactly with my plan of what I'm thinking. So today might not be a day where I trade or engage in the market, but I mean, it is what it is. Tomorrow is exactly what I'm thinking. Maybe today we just chop and kind of give maybe a nice move at open and then just kind of go sideways. I'm not expecting a whole lot on today, to be honest. I'm not looking kind of... I'm not expecting a big move to the up or down. If anything, we're just going to be in a holding pattern as we were all day yesterday. And then that rally, of course, this is the bit different price because of, well, the contract difference, right? Like, look at this resistance on the 15-minute, right? This is because of the... Look. Let me show you here. We haven't even pulled back slightly, man. The 15-minute chart hasn't even pulled back to the first level of support. So I'm obviously trying to be a buyer at 57.02. You can see this, maybe 5,700. One or the other, 5,700, 5,703. It's going to be a very vague area, right? It's not exactly always to the dot, but this level here is going to represent a previous level of resistance that we broke out of. So if we were to backtest there, it does represent a potential support level. But the thing is, this market doesn't dip at all. Like, it just doesn't. What? Even if we dip to 57.17, like, I don't want to buy it there. That's why patience is king. We're at a level of resistance. We know that 30-34. If you got some cojones on you and you want to take that short up there, be my guest. It can be a potential resistance level. As you can clearly see on the daily chart, it was for like 2 weeks. I'm not shorting it. I don't care if it works or it doesn't. I'm not doing it. Only if maybe we got a trap to like 37 and then dip back into 34, then maybe. 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 And that's a big maybe. All right, markets are going to open on up. Get ready. It's open for business. Right now, hitting 57.20. It's a mild level of support. It might work. It might not. But like I said, I'm just not interested in buying here. I do not want to be a buyer anywhere near this level here. And I don't want to be a short for obvious reasons. Because the choo-choo train just goes up. So you could get wrecked. But be my guest. We know that level is resistance, 30-34. It should not come to a surprise to you. If you're surprised, I don't know what you're doing, but... So that's why we're below level of resistance, a major level. I'm not touching it. You can see this on the daily. Look at the day. Well, this is the hourly. I got pulled up for you right now, right there. Show your do. Come on, go back. There we go. You can see all that level of resistance, all those spikes up there. Oh, come on. What the hell's going on here? You can see all those spikes there. 1, 2, 3, 4. We were there for like 2 weeks. Let me pull up the daily for you here. Again, I'm not saying it's going to work again. I'm just telling you that it is resistance of some form. Could now be the time we break? Probably, but I'll wait for the breakout, as I said. Look at that. So I'm just chilling. I'm relaxed. I'm relaxing. I'm not engaging here. And then you might be like, well, if you think resistance is gonna hit at 30, why didn't you take that long at 20? Well, I don't know. I just don't like buying the first red candle here at market open. I need to see some more structure. Let the market kind of tell me what we're doing, right? And plus, from 20 to 30, still 10 points, but could have dumped easily another 15, 20 points right there. Either way, look at this. We're inside of this magical M over here. I'm not touching it. I'm not doing nothing here. Look at this chopped garbage that we get at market open. It's amazing. And look at the overnight move. Looking beautiful. Just straight up. Once we reclaimed the level of resistance, it was straight up. And while, yes, I mean, it looks choppy here. I mean, these 4-minute candles are printing quite nicely, I gotta say. From the 20 all the way to the 25, 5 points. If you're a scalper, that's your dream right there. 5 points. 5 points. So that's why I don't like this level, because it's a dilemma for me here. I think Choo Choo Train went up, but I cannot buy it right below a level of resistance. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't like being the guy running towards the wall, if that makes sense. I learned that pretty quickly. You want to be in that sweet spot to where, like, I remember, I hope I don't offend nobody, but when I was working construction, I used to be the one a lot of the times to kind of be the first one and be like, all right, let's go. Let's if we're going to break something or we're going to, whatever we're going to do. I'll be the first one grabbing the sledgehammer. I'll be the first one grabbing something, the chipping gun. I'll be the first one grabbing it, right? And then some prick would come at the end and then basically, 10 minutes or half an hour in, the fucking thing would break. And then I'll be like, fuck. We both got the same amount of credit. Meanwhile, I was here busting my ass for like an hour and a half. They just showed up here half an hour to help at the end, or kind of near the end. And look, we both got the same credit. We both got paid the same, right? Uncle Sam's still going to take the same taxes away from him and me. So I learned that valuable lesson. You don't want to be first in line for that breakout. You want others to be first in line there. Once we break out, let it accept the level above there. And then we know we're on the breakout. So I hope that makes sense. Buenos dias, Antonio. I think Choo Choo Train wants all-time highs, but probably tomorrow, not today, because of obviously the FOMC happening tomorrow and a major event happening tomorrow. So perhaps today we might be in another type of holding pattern. But some good news, as I mentioned already. I don't know if you were here or not. We got that Discord already pretty much up and running. So we got here the rules. I'm almost done doing it. It surprisingly takes a bit of time to set this thing up. So, well, to do it properly, I guess we got the rules there. We got where videos will be getting launched there whenever I post things up. So it's all kind of working out good so far. We got different roles and different all sorts of different things. And like I said, right as expected, we kind of got this kind of dump, and then the pump, and then the dump, and then now probably back up to the pump. It's a choppy level. I don't want none of it. And all it has to do with the fact that resistance is right there. Come on, guys. This should not be a surprise. If you hear surprise as to why market's moving like this, why didn't it rally? Why is it choppy? Come on. All you got to do is pull up the hourly, pull up the daily chart. You will see that that was a very clear level of resistance. This whole area here in general is a goddamn level of resistance, and it's gonna take time to chew right through it. Market's just not gonna rally through it. It can do it, yeah, but I don't know. I need to wait for price to tell me. If we're gonna do it, then the price will tell me we're gonna do it. Like I told you, we would have done one of these. We would have broke right through it. We would have probably needed to accept this level or whatever. I would have taken the long right at 30 or 34, and then I want to look for the continuation, if that makes sense. Because I don't like shorting the choo-choo train. I don't like to just bet that we're going to get denied there and then look for the move back on down. But that's me. That's my problem. That's the way. That's my personal issue with the market, right? I did say if you got some cojones, I'll be looking for a short. I got a pair, but they're staying right there. They're not going on the market today. So that's the difficult part to where we were at there. Now I'm just hoping that we just continue to pull back, go deeper, deeper, and deeper, and deeper, and deeper, and deeper. And where to? Well, on the 15-minute chart, you can see I got this magical box. Some guy said I need a box to trade. No, it's just for illustration purposes. I know where to get long, but for you to kind of see and visualize this will be back testing the top of whatever this flag thingamajiggy was right over here. I just care the fact that, you know, we got this push. We got denied there, we got denied there, we got denied there, we got denied there. And that's exactly what I like to see. So when the pullback comes in, I know that this is going to be a clear level of now supposedly resistance. Sorry, support. But can the bears actually do it? Let's see. Like I said, today is a chill day until we do something significant here. We're getting a little bit of a reclaim of 20. Oh man, it's the first dip. Come on. Some days, if you don't buy that first dip, you're done. But I'm just not doing it today. Like I said, tomorrow is a big event, and whatever profits I probably quote unquote miss out on today can make it tomorrow with some extra volatility or something. But this, yeah, I don't know. It's a weird bias I got right now. That's why I'm staying out of it. Choo-choo train went up, but we're right below a key level of resistance. So that's the unfortunate part. And I just think the market might want to be hanging on until tomorrow. So today's best case scenario for bulls is we pull back. We should have a nice pullback. It would make a lot of sense. We're at a key level of resistance. We're getting denied there, right? We have a nice pullback. We hit supports, and then tomorrow we blow right through the resistance. And then we go to fresh new all-time highs, and then life's good. That's it. It's that simple. We go with the choo-choo train. I used to try to fight it. I used to be like, look, we're at a level of resistance or whatever. We're going to get denied. Interest rates are going to be cut tomorrow. It's going to overstimulate the economy. The economy's fucked. I don't know. I trade price. And the price tells me the choo-choo train wants up. So I wouldn't look for a short order. Yeah. That's the problem. I'm telling you, it's a dilemma. It's the great dilemma I'm trying to find a good balance in, and the best way for me to view it is once we break a level of support, then I can start thinking my picture is like I'm getting bearish, right? And where would that be? Well, that first bearish picture would be right there at 57.02. If we were to break that down, if we were to break down here, well, then I kind of know that we are going to be in for a deeper trend lower, and then we perhaps will be on some type of trend to the downside and test next level of support. Until then, yeah. I don't know if it's my computer or why exactly, but it's kind of lagging a little bit, and I don't like it. Let me take out SPX here. No. I'm free. Look, I would love to see a pullback. I'm just not buying here. I don't care if it goes to the 30, but I'm not doing it. Tomorrow will be another day. I'm not engaging here. If the market wants to pull back all the way down to the 02, 57.02, I'll be happy to buy. But and I'm not looking to short it either, just because that's just how I am, unfortunately. So that's why I'm in a dilemma. It's like up here I would be looking for a short, expecting for the pullback, and that's how I feel that the market should what it should do. And because that's how I feel, I'm not gonna trade that. I think we need some type of pullback, but I don't know. It doesn't want to pull back, so the reclaim of 20, nah, from 20 to 30, 10 points. I mean, it's still 10 points, but can it actually even happen is the question. I just don't like the way price is moving. I got to be honest with you. Like I said, I understand that we're all here to kind of grow our accounts, but unfortunately, I don't have a clear read for you. We're right under a level of resistance. It's a major level. We could easily pop to it to test it, but we could also get denied here really quickly too. So it's one of those things where you gotta have some cojones right there. I see that trap below here playing out pretty nicely actually so far. You can see that trap below 20 there. We reclaimed 20, and we actually even back tested 20 right to the cent right there. So perhaps we go 20 to 30, 30, 34. Not bad, I guess. I saw it. It's just like I said, I'm not. I don't like getting long right below the resistance without a single meaningful pullback. Like if we had already pulled back and like reclaimed the level and then we're like pinging right under it, that is okay for me because I already know that a trap or something has happened down. But nothing's happened down. Nothing. We're just holding here, kind of flagging, I guess, right? Inside of this chop area here. And yeah. I'm taking it easy. Maybe I'll move this like that. Yeah, it looks better. What about you guys? You guys want to share your thoughts with me? Give me a target. Come on, give me something. You guys think we're gonna dump or we're gonna pump? I'm here feeling bored with my own idea. That back test of 20 so far. Looking okay, pretty decent. Decent. What's gonna happen? You think pump because of volume. Hmm. What if it's the other way though? What if because of the volume? If the volume is high and we're not breaking through, that's not a good sign. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't trade a volume or any indicator, so I wouldn't know. But as long as 20 is holding so far, I think we're gonna might go 30, but either way, look at this. Ugh. Ugh. Unless you're long from 20, or like obviously down here, right? Ugh. It's not pretty. I've seen cleaner charts, put it that way. Look at the big picture. 15-minute chart overnight. Look at this thing. It is a dream world for a trader. You just hop in long and you just let it print, let it print, let it print, pull back, let it print, and then now doji candle in the 15-minute. So perhaps if we break down 17, 16, maybe we break down. If we break through the top there, 27, perhaps we break up. Or perhaps we fake one way or the other. Either way, there's a doji candle in a 15-minute chart. It's the first doji candle since yesterday at 3:30 p.m. So what I'm trying to say is that I love how the market does this. Like all night or in general, it'll do a nice move and then I don't know. I gotta tell you the truth. Like I said, I feel like we need to dump. We need to get a type of pullback. I just don't want to trade it expecting it because obviously the market doesn't have to pull back. But it would be the healthiest thing for the bulls. It would be the best thing that could happen today, a pullback. Even if we had a red day, even if we went all the way down to like, yeah, maybe not a red day, but even if we went down to like 57, I don't know. As long as it closes above 57.02, it would still be a pretty damn good day. All right, so it looks like we're kind of starting to pull back. Maybe, as I said, it's expected. Perhaps it was expected. We were just below that level of resistance. We're breaking down 20. This is starting to look like that magical M I preach and talk about. So we have a clear level of support that is tested heavily. You can see this right here. It's M, like the food for McDonald's, garbage. So garbage price action is exactly this. So we get a level of support that we keep bouncing from, but we don't leave it alone. Because remember, a very good level of support, we need to bounce from one time. Just once. The market would hit it one time. That's it. It's done with it. Like, it doesn't want to touch it. So whenever the market is like dicking around with a level here, I know to stay the hell out of it, okay? And you can see this eventually, we get a nice little trap to the downside. We get a nice push, And then we fail the trap now. So the bears are officially getting their short. Or I would say they're getting the shot at a short. So now this is the question here. Can they pull it off? They need, if we're gonna go and if we're gonna start this dip, it has to be now. Like we can stay under 20. The Bears only have one job right now. They cannot let this thing get back above 20. If they let this thing get back to like 25 or 22, let's say 25, and then hover above there, they're a bunch of, I'm not gonna say the word, but you know, I did put them on my picture as a little gummy bear for a reason, but this is it. This is their shot. That's that magical M. Whenever you see price action like this, hovering and bouncing from a certain level, it means that it's breaking down the level of support. This is a breakdown trade here. This is the beginning of perhaps the dip. And where did it happen? Right below a major level of resistance, which we know it's 30 to 34. You can see that on the big picture there. So, I mean, it should not be as a surprise if we start magically dipping from here. In fact, like I said, it's the best. It's the best if we do it. And that's exactly why I stayed out of it. Because as bullish as it looked, just being under the resistance, it doesn't make sense for me to get long. But if you're a scalper, I'm sure that you could have found a million different ways to get long and short here. But to me, that's not a trend. I don't know. I don't know what this is. This is it. This is their shot. The 15-minute candle's breaking to the downside currently. Can the Bears have some follow-through, some dignity with their move? This is as good a setup as they get. From the 20, we go down to the 02, 03 level, which is where I'm trying to engage in the market. In other words, I'm trying to get long down there. It's it. This is it for them. They either go now, or what's the saying goes, and may you forever like hold your grudge or something when someone gets married. Or you do it, or you don't do it. Or you let this couple be happily married, or you don't do it. This is kind of the situation for the Bears right now. Or you do it, or you're screwed. We're going to all-time highs even earlier. We're still going there, but for now, let's just stick to what we're trading here. And like I said, up there I was more interested in a short, but I just don't short the choo-choo train, so I stay out of it. And I guess I hope that you can kind of see what I'm talking about there. I know sometimes I don't probably explain myself as easily as I would hope, but this is it. That's that M there. And it's so coincidental how it does it right below a level of resistance, isn't it? I could have perhaps looked for a short, but you know what I think? That's my personal problem. But as long as I know not to be looking for a long there or not to engage, I'm happy with that. And for that reason, yeah, I'm just staying out of it. Now, dump. Let's see the dump, yes. Come on, let's go down to 02, baby. 02, 5702. 5700, 5702, right? That's the area there. Let's see if they can have some conviction on this move to the downside and bring it down. Even if you think about it, from the 24 all the way to the 02, we're talking about a 20-point pullback or $2 on the SPY. Which is not entirely a bad thing, especially after rallying. 56.91. After rallying like 40 points, 30 something points. It wouldn't be a bad idea to pull back 20 points. If I was short from 20, I would probably be looking to cover at probably 09. 09, or of course, if you're feeling brave with a runner. Well, with a runner, yeah, absolutely at 02. But if you're feeling brave, I would just cover it at 02. And again, if you were short, it's not that I'm saying 02 is going to hold 100%, because it might not, right? But rather, I just understand its support, so I wouldn't be expecting for the support to break. It's all a matter about trading price, right? Below 20, short city to the 02. 02, long city, back up to the 20. I will say something, Salkeren. I don't know if you're still here or not, but I do appreciate you at least giving your thought that we were going to go higher. I'm not going to criticize you in any way, shape, or form. It could have gone either way, but I hope that with that magical M or whatever scenario I just kind of gave you. And I know that sometimes volume, see, that's what I mean, like using volume indicator, right? You would have thought that we were going to pump, but in terms of the level being used up, I just didn't want to get long there, right? So just always remember that those indicators like volume and stuff, for me, they don't work. I don't know how to use them properly, and I don't bother with them. But it's for that reason that if you have two indicators, the best indicators in the world, whatever you think they are, they'll both tell you different things. We can put in here an RSI, we can put in here an EMA, and they'll both tell me one is overbought or oversold, and the other one's gonna tell me that we're gonna pump or dump. Like, so I guess just the levels in general can keep you out of trades, and that's good for me, good enough for me. And it made me feel short, but I don't take the short, so I don't. I guess what I'm saying is either way, I do appreciate you putting your thought out there, but it does look like we are downtrending right now, at least to the O2. And so far working, man. I gotta talk. I gotta grab some of those cojones I talk about. If I had it, I would have shorted somewhere up there. I mean, would have been paying out pretty nicely. Could have, would have, should have. But I don't short the choo-choo train. I gotta start shorting sometimes, though. It's not entirely a bad thing. It's just that we just broke down 20. Are we gonna break down 02? We might, but we often don't break any level of support. Is today gonna be the day? I don't know. But that's why, because I don't know. It's just so much easier to buy the supports, is my point. High quality trades, high quality levels. That's what I'm after. I just need one trade and I'm over and done with. We're still copy trading all three accounts. You can see this here. All three accounts, we're copy trading them. I'm trading 2 XFAs and 1 combine. This is the one I recently activated at the forefront. I need to grow this one. Maybe that's why I'm also more careful too, right? Like if I was just in the combine, I may like I can feel more risky, but when I'm just trading 3 accounts, it's remember one stupid trade, it's 3 stupid trades now. One stop, 300. I mean 150, that's 450 stop now across my all my accounts. I know one is the combine, so it's fine. But maybe that's also putting in a little bit of extra pressure. But I gotta get used to it. I've only ever traded 2 accounts, one XFA in a combine, or maybe 2 XFAs sometimes. But now, trying to add the third account. Gotta level up. That's when I think it gets exciting, when you start leveling up and you're trying to level up. It sucks at first, but you gotta do it. It's like going from micros to minis. Yes, I hope I said that right. Yeah. I remember making $50 a day, and then my stop was whatever. Let's assume I lost $50, right? Well, now on minis, that's a $500 loss. It took me some time, believe it or not, to adjust to that kind of mentality, like being okay with missing, like losing that amount. Because I got to understand that it's not a matter of the money, it's a matter of the points. You lose 10 points on the day, you're down 500 on the day. And that's why my stops are 3 trades, 3-point stops, which it's the equivalent to 9 points. And I understand that on one trade, I can give a little bit of extra wiggle room with like 1 extra point of a stop, which would imply a 10-point stop on the day. And that's how you got to view the market in terms of points, in terms of risk to reward ratio. And you also got to understand how you trade. Like for me, it's 3-point stops, but that's enough for me because when I see a trap, once we get back above, those traps are usually 3 to 5 points. So that's why, hence the 3-point stop, sometimes 4. All right, so we got down to 11. We're trying to get back above 20. I mean, I'm not going to say it's going to get back above 20, but we could be just back testing 20. So we'll see what it does. I know it's a bit of a boring stream when I don't trade or whenever not like nothing's really happening, but I mean, can't really do much here. So we're squeezing back up through the 20. They got to come here and get this thing denied really quickly or else. Now I'm thinking about a potential long, but maybe at that reclaim of 20 would have been nice. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the last scenario that I don't like, where it just blows right through it. We did just take back 20. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So we bounced from 57.11. It couldn't go to 57.02, could it? Unbelievable. And that's what I mean. It's hard. It's hard on the shorts. They get eaten by the bulls. That's why on my picture, they are gummy bears. All right, let me see. I'm thinking about getting long here at this 20 if we get it back this, depending on how this candle closes. We don't want to get faked out, or I don't want to get faked out. Because we could still print this candle red and then just basically continue our way back down. She's just squeezing. Fudge. And like I said, if we get back above 2024 area, forget it. Fudge is going right to the 24 right now. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Choo-choo train wants 34, I think now. Choo-choo train wants 34. So I want to get probably filled at 22 if it wants to come down to like 22 with a nice pullback. Or obviously 20 is better. But, I mean, it's not looking like we're going to get that back test of 20 anymore, are we? Let's see. Choo-choo train wants 34. If I was long, maybe I would put my signature on it. Maybe. But I'm not long, so I'm not doing it. But that thing is looking pretty trappy to the downside so far. I didn't have the cojones to get in long at 20. I should have been long, and there we go. We're going to the straight to that 34, aren't we? Fuck. Like I said, I'm not long, so I'm not putting my signature. It doesn't deserve. You can't give you my signature when I'm not long. But if I was long from the 20, today, I think it's gonna go to that 34. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? Fudge. Ugh. No, I'm not pissed or anything. I'm just saying. It's like, come on. See, this is like the third scenario that I don't like, where you just gotta get in long, or else bye-bye. Pull. 20. Long city. You know resistance is 30, 34. So first target up would be 30. God damn it, what a clean move, man. This was a trap to the downside, people. This choo-choo train went up, and we're back to the same good old routine. We look for the dip, and we buy the dip and expect the rip, because that's just what happens every single ducking day, so. Fuck! Oh. I said I wanted to buy it at 02, man. Come on. They bounced it from freaking 11. 11. The Bears couldn't even bring it down one level of support. One. One ducking level of support. They couldn't even break it down there. They are such lousy players. There are no bears in this market. If you believe there are bears, please, do yourself a favor. I want you to do this. I want you to go to church, and I want you to confess your sins. And I want you to tell God that you believe that there are bears. Okay, no, don't do that. I apologize. That's out of context. That's too far, but you get what I'm trying to say. Come on. There are no bears in this ducking market. There's only profit taking and buying, and that's it. I was bullish after the dip, right? After the dip. Look, I would still get long. If we were to get a nice dip to 20, I would still probably get long. But it's if we're going to get it. And we are getting denied right at 32.50. So we're kind of right on cue right now. Like I said, first target up would be 30 and then 34. But just be cautious. This is an area where we could pull back. We're hitting the top of the daily candles right there. You can see that here. Right? Top of it. Just watch out. If you're long from the 20, I applaud you. I would be long. I would still stick long with it. If I was long. Don't take my advice. It's not advice, though. It's entertainment purposes only. But choo-choo train 134, I think. Come on. If I had gone long at 20 here, we would have gone denied. And then we would have flipped back down to like 17 or like something stupid like that. But because I'm not long, this thing just ripped. And it's gonna continue to rip. No backtest of 20 today. I would have been long at the backtest of 20. But look at this. The candle closed at 24 and we just closed that. We backtested 24. Like, come on. That's the V. It's doing the V, the magical V for victory. Boom. In your face, shorts. Trading is easy, but complicated. Extremely difficult. Come on. Give one pullback. Now. I mean, it did give a pullback, right, Leo? Right? You can't really argue with the market. It's just, come on. What is this crap? What is this? At least to 09 or something. Like, I might just walk. It's gonna go to 34. There's 34. I told you. If I was long, I would have put my signature on it. But because I'm not long, I'm not doing it. I'm not putting it. Fucking 34 wants to get hit. Now the question is, can we break through 34? Oh my god, it wants to break, man. Through this level, all-time highs are coming. Fairly easy too. Like, it won't even be really a big struggle, but so if bears want to do something, it's there. Come on, dip it all the way down to 20. 20, 20. Ay, ay, ay. And Salkran, I guess you were right as well. So we were both right and we were both wrong. Well, I thought we were gonna get a deeper pullback, and you thought we were gonna pump earlier. I'm not trying to make fun of you. You're the only one who actually set a target. You at least gave something out for me to talk about. So you were right, just one move early, and I was right about the pullback, but it didn't go as deep as I like. This hurts though, seeing it print higher and higher and higher. The trigger long was a 20 reclaim here, but unfortunately the candle just blew it out of the water. I would have loved to have seen like hit back test 20 or something like 22. I would have been long, but not. It didn't pull back, so it is what it is. What can I do? Sometimes you nail him, sometimes you miss him. Good thing it won't be the last one that I'll be looking for. Like it. It's nice. Can this pull back from this level here? This is it. I'm not liking price action. The easy move is happening now without me. Unless we get some type of pullback, can't really do much. I would want to see a pullback, maybe all the way back down to like 21, 22, 20 even better. Change. Get squeezed right through. Squeezed. Can she go to the 34? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe so. It was too quick on that 20 reclaim. I should have been long. I just hopped in long in this case, but you know, if I had gone long right at 20, the thing would have pulled back. Now I'm here waiting for the pullback. Hopefully the Bears can do some work up here. The Bears. The Bears. Come on, print this thing red, red. Hmm. I was about to go get water, and I'm like, it looks like it might pull back. Looks like it might pull back. All right, we're holding out here so far. Below 34. Come on, man. Put in one dip to the 20. Fuck. Just one. Let's see. So I'll be back and I get some water. Agua. All right. We're back with some agua. So no pullback. Nothing. Nada. That's the market sometimes. Because now I know above 20, I mean, 20 is going to be acting up as some support now. So it's got to wait for it to come back. Or we break right through 34. And then I wait for the pullback on that. Kind of back to square one now. All right, looks like we're on another squeezing pattern. Can we squeeze right through this 34 now? Damn. That 20 reclaim is on me today. I didn't get hopping long right there on the choo-choo train right there. 34 is about to get fucking hit. I mean, 33.50 is not far off. Even if it gets denied here, I would still, that's still, yeah, I would say it hit 34. Technically, not, but you get what I mean. Bro, we're at 24. Oh my gosh, we're going straight up. All-time highs, baby, all-time highs. Again, I'm not surprised at all. Not one bit. But it is amazing. You gotta agree that it is quite remarkable how this market just, whenever everybody thinks that we're bearish, oh, it slaps you across the face with a trap. Look at this. Like, look at on the daily charts. It makes me laugh because I'm thinking about everybody who's on Twitter talking about how we're gonna be pulling back, or how like this is the beginning of, like, I guess the stock market crash or whatever, some type of deeper pullback. Boom. And then we get this like megaphone here on the daily chart. Boom, breaks down, and that's when everybody's like, all right, we're gonna break that down now. Boom, we end up trapping again. And look at the all-time highs sitting right there at 57.83 now. We're so close to it. Like, now can anybody say that we're not gonna go there? I mean, I wouldn't bet that we're not gonna go there. I just find it hilarious how people are always trying to pick the top. Always. I'm not trying to pick the top or the bottom. I'm just trying to buy every level of support because I know that inevitably I'll be more right than wrong. And it's true. Look, today I didn't obviously pick the right number, right? My number was 5702. But let's assume somebody else picked 11 for whatever holy reason, right? Which is not even a big level of support, right? But it worked in this case. It reversed, and look at that. That is what I expected at 5702 because it's a major level, right? So my point is simple. If you were trying to pick the short here or here or here, it could have gone very badly for you because we could have done the inevitable, which was hit 34 at any point in time. So that's why I always say it's easier to predict to buy the support and expect the resistance to break than it is to predict the resistance is going to hold and then break down the support. Some days, of course, I'm wrong, like anybody and anything. But majority of the days, I'm not. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I find this amusing. Or it sucks I didn't trade it. I haven't made no money, but it could have been worse. I could have lost money trying to short this choo-choo train. And I guess technically when I make one, I'm making 3 trades. This 20 level down here is pretty sweet at that reclaim up there. We talked it out ahead of time. I should have just hopped in long, but qué lástima. All right, so 34 acting up as some type of resistance, I guess. We know that. The thing is, can it work? I don't know. I don't think so. I think we're just getting ready to squeeze. But we'll see. I'm staying out of it there. Again, back to the original formula. Right below resistance, I don't want to get long. Dun, 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 dun. 10:30. I'll probably stream another 15 minutes. What do you guys think? You guys think resistance is gonna hold up here? Or you think we're just gonna blow right through this level? All-time highs are right there, right? Above this level, the all-time highs are pretty straightforward. I would consider a short 34 if we got to like 37, got back into 34 maybe. But we didn't quite do that either, so right now I would be shorting, essentially saying that we're gonna hold this resistance. I want to see some type of trap above for me to get excited on a short. I need my car back. This guy's kind of taking a while. He told me it was gonna be done yesterday. I need it back, man. I got some things to do when I go to the gym. He's fixing it. I'm happy to report to you guys something else too. Look at that. Let's see if we can adjust. There we go. 72 days. 72 days. With nicotine free. Smoke free. I'm proud of that. Like I said 72 days ago, it's time to level up. Apparently, I've regained back some days of my life. Okay, so we're pulling back from hitting this level of resistance 34. Now the question is, how low can they go? How low can they push this? First level of support is going to be 20. Keep in mind, bidding 20 directly would be a little bit risky now if we do pull back all the way down there. But it could still represent a good buying opportunity, which is probably what I will be taking today. Because I just don't know if we're going to go all the way down to 57.02. I'll take 57.20. If obviously that one won't work, it's going to take time to get to 57.02, but I'll be looking at trading that particular area later on today if we are down there. I don't know, right? So let's see what the market is going to do at 57.20 if it wants to pull back all the way down there, of course. Just keep in mind, it's the very first level of support now. After hitting a major level of resistance, it could easily fail. That's why I would have rather had seen 24 and then the back test of 20. Because we haven't hit 34 yet. Now we've hit the target. We've already gone there. Now it's time for the pullback. It changes the scenario when we hit. But I'll still be willing to buy that 20. I wanted to tell you guys. Let me see how many. Where did it go? Well, this dashboard. I don't care about. So my oxygen levels are back. Nicotine is 100% expelled from my body. My breathing's improved, and it definitely has a lot. My taste buds are better. I wanted to show you guys something pretty interesting. I don't know how they calculate this or not, or how they do it, but it says that I've regained from 70, I guess, something days of not smoking. It shows that I've regained 18.1 days of my life back. All right, wait, let's talk this out after. Let's see. Price is almost hitting at 20. We're almost there. Like I said, just be cautious. Perhaps even if we dip slightly below, get back above, that would be the best and safest idea. But let me wait and see to see how this price is going to react here. I mean, I could buy it dead on, but it's risky because we already hit 34. I would have rather not have seen that, but either way, I know it's support now slightly of some degree. Okay, we're getting to 21. We're almost at 20. If we bounce from 20, we go to like 22, then that could be okay. But I want to see 20 get hit. So my order would have been sitting at 20 either way. I still wouldn't have been filled here right now. Come on, yes, come on. We almost got there. Look, I wouldn't have long 21. I said I want to long strictly 20. Pretty crazy when you start looking at facts. So I've regained 18.1 days of my life back. I guess that's what it shows. Something like that. And then I've not smoked 434 cigarettes in that time, which would equal to 2,175 minutes smoking at an average of 5 minutes per smoke. That's pretty messed up. All right, guys, I'm going to probably walk away. Look at this. I mean, we got down to 21. Of course, I said I wanted to get 20. They knew it. They knew it. So then they bounced it from 21. I like 20. Like I said, I would have longed 20. I have to stick to the plan. It bounced from 21. And it's unfortunate, but that was a second entry potentially right there. Right there. Many ways to trade, I guess. I could have longed one there and then maybe. But the thing is, my stops are about 3 points, right? If I, like me getting long at 21, I would have had to give it 1 just to even get to the support. And it would have gone to 20 if I wasn't. If I had got long 21, it would have gone to 20. It's just, it is what it is. But you can see that that's what I mean by the game of ping pong, right? It's you have 20, which is a major level of magnet this morning. And then now it's starting to kind of trend nicely and trade better. So you can see the reclaim of 20, which is the first ping pong getting hit. 34 is the second ping pong getting hit. And then 20, or 21 in this case, would be the ping, the pong, the ping. And then now ultimately what I would expect to see is over time, we're going to break this 34. And then we're going to do the exact same shit to the top side. So probably be like 34. And then maybe let's just assume like 44. And then maybe something like 36. And then same thing. Like that. And then it creates the ping, the pong, the ping, the pong. Something like that. I'm gonna walk away though. I did not trade. Remember, it's okay. I didn't have an edge in price this morning, and of course, when I did have it at the reclaim of 20, I unfortunately didn't have my finger as quick as I should have to get ready and get long there. I should have just hopped in long. Sometimes you nail him, sometimes you miss him. It's okay. Tomorrow is a day of a lot of volatility, so yeah. I am still gonna try to get long on this thing. Just I can't sit here anymore. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing for me here. If we get a nice pullback, then that's good. But I have to just wait. So maybe we'll see. Maybe I'll stream in the afternoon if I'm trading, or I know I'll be trading. I don't know if I can let the whole day go without a nice trade, because I think that there will be a nice trade. But I just set my reminders on TradingView and then I walk away, right? I don't need to be sitting here all day. And then if the price goes to my alerts, I get alerted and then I get to trading. So yeah, but just sitting here talking, I'm already talking about, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I just should have been long from 20. This back test almost gave me the entry I was looking for, but still nothing, nada. So, I mean, we knew that this was going to be some type of support, right? This 20 level. So that's what I mean. Like, it hurts to be good, right? Like on days like today, we got the reclaim of 20, just squeeze right through. We know we're bullish, right? Before, we know to get bullish here. Before this happens, this is doing the M. The bears got their shot short. They sucked. They failed miserably. Now we're going up. But again, we were bearish before. We were bullish above, and we didn't trade either or. Price action just wasn't moving the way that I normally would like. So I stay out of it as much as I can understand the levels. Unfortunately, it just didn't give me quite, I guess you could say, the type of action that I also need to get in at certain levels. So, but just understanding the levels can keep you out of trouble, which is a good thing. So if you can come here and not feel like you're guessing where price might be headed, and you can understand what levels are getting hit and why we are hitting certain levels, that is already, I think, like 90% of what traders cannot do, in my opinion. Like, people are coming here right now wondering why we're getting stuck here. They're in la la land. Like, they're so far away from even understanding this game that they have zero fucking clue as to why we're even getting stuck here. And it's the simplest of solution to the problem. And anybody who thinks that, I mean, well, why did we rally so hard above this 20? Like, how did we just rip? Well, come on. We got the trap. We bounced from, I guess, a mild level of support. We squeezed. We reclaimed the level of 20. And then it just blows right through the water. And now this 20 tomorrow or later on might come into support. But we unfortunately already did back test it all the way down to 21. So we should get cracked into 34. And as I said, we should create some type of table up here now. Maybe later on or for tomorrow. And we should do something like this. Sorry, not there. Like this. Like there. There. Something like that. Okay? We should accept price above there. So, yeah. I'm going to leave you with that. I hope I provided some value to you today. I'm going to walk away. Like I said, I will be trading. I'm just not going to be sitting here all day. Maybe when I got the Discord up and running, then you will all know exactly when I'll be trading, because it's not going to be a secret. I will tell you about it. You can see 34 getting blown out of the water right now. We should have been long from that 21. Could have, would have, should have. That's life, isn't it? That's life. Fuck. $34, $35. Well, I should have been long that 21 in hindsight. We're breaking out. Yeah, nothing. The only thing I can see here is a nice trap if we do trap to the upside, if we do, but I'm not going to short this thing. I should have been long that 21. I'm just going to walk away so I don't get upset, because I know that I'm going to, look at this. Come on. We were waiting for a 20 buy, and fucking price comes to 21, so I don't get filled. this is gonna upset me the more it goes up. So I'm gonna just walk away and yeah, not get triggered and let it be. Tomorrow's another day. Today's a simple day, easy day, and I don't know how the duck I didn't trade it. Pretty easy day. It works like that sometimes, I guess, but fuck me, such a easy fucking day. Even that 20 buy down there. $21. All right, we squeezed through 34. Kind of getting back inside this range now. But you know what I gotta say about shorts. They work whenever they feel like it. So I'm gonna walk. Thank you all for tuning in. Maybe I'll stream later on today if I am gonna be trading in Power Hour. I might as well stream, right? And yeah. Fuck, 34 so far. No. No way. All right. Peace. I'm done. I'm gonna walk before I do anything stupid here. Thank you all for tuning in.